I am Rio Mayan up and coming artist. In the studio at the moment, laying down a few tracks, hoping to hit the streets, and get some attention. Been doing this for some time now, so I'm just trying to break some barriers, pushing a little bit harder, Yeah, this project I'm working on at the moment is a LP. Want to lay down a few tracks, then I choose a few from it to come up with an LP that's suitable, that kind of lines and run together too, and I want to shoot a few videos, get some things out there to do some advertisement, do a few radio shows, a few promotional tours, hopefully get some, some kind of advertisement going, get some attention to the music. The Mayan Kaya brand of music is quite different, and hoping to get some attention to the people, them, some listening ears and some fan base, to build a foundation, which is the start of everything. So hope that's what I'm working on at the moment. So it's gonna take a little time to establish it, but we have to start from at least the grassroots, Yeah, I've done a few shows, few live shows, done a few shows in London. Last show I did was at the Zen Cafe in Amsterdam, which was a good show. With a couple of friends and brethren, with Raga Zulu Rebel and Ansa, Sister and Ansa. The show was put on by a good brethren of ours, Tyreek, who's also an artist established in Amsterdam. I'm doing a few recordings with him at the moment in Amsterdam. That's where I am at the moment. And it's going well. We're laying down a few beautiful tracks. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear a few of them on the LPs, Well, yeah, my music, I would say it doesn't really have a rooted brand. That's part of the reason why I have that kind of name as well. It kind of has that different branches to it, I have a flavor for all the different sounds, and I don't really like to be labeled as this kind of artist or this kind of music, because I think that would limit what I really want to do, because experiment is one of the greatest flavors. It kind of brings different elements out in you, different elements of sound, different music. So I like to experiment with all the sounds and that I have this kind of flavor for, And music kind of speaks to you, so when it speaks to you, and it's like, it gives you that creative feel that you want to try something new. But like I said, at the moment, I'm actually doing some reggae songs with reggae. Is like the invert of where I came from. But growing musically and establishing yourself musically, you realize you have the ability to travel on different branches, So I don't really like to have a kind of a limit, because I don't think music has limits unless you put it on it, So you must, I think having an open mind seems to do much more for me musically. The main thing what I think about myself as an artist, which makes me different, is, or I like to think there is a difference, because I like to deal with the subject when I think people seems to shy away from it. It's in the forefront of their mind, but they seem to put it at the back of it, because those are not the issues. Those are the issues they fear the most. Well, I find those issues quite more interesting, and think those are the issues we should actually deal with, because then it's like almost facing the aspect of the truth does much more for you than hiding away from it, because it will come back eventually, which can't always bear it. So that's the kind of thing I write about. I seem to write about things that a person thinks about, but they wouldn't really want to go and discuss it with somebody or mention it or even bring it up. So I like that kind of, it's like a teasing kind of pulse, I like that kind of thing. It's a drive, actually. That's my drive, is to face what people don't really want to face up to. Born and bred and raised in Jamaica, growing up in the country where it's that inspirational place to grow where I learned about the natural way of life before I knew any other aspect of life. So it gives you a kind of grounded roots, which it cannot be experienced unless you actually live it. So it gives you a kind of a stable mind, which sometimes when you come into this complex world that I live in now, a lot of people, if they haven't experienced it, they don't know about it. It comes out in my music, which is the realness that makes me what I am. But to say, if I would consider myself saying, oh, I'm a Jamaican or I'm a English person because I've been living in England for some time now, I have a bigger aspect of the world as being a worldly person, because my mind is expanded beyond limitations. And if I did have that kind of limitation, then I still have room to grow. But the more time you spend learning, that you get a wiser aspect of what life is really about. So inside is where you really should find your comfort, not really a place or a label on it, because then you become limited. At the moment, I'm recording in Amsterdam for many reasons, but as you know, I'm based in London. But not saying I don't get opportunities to record in London, but it's a lot to do with the people that you find to work with. You have to find people that you're comfortable with, who are comfortable with you, have faith in you, probably have the same patience to drive our driving force, which gives you more courage and more confidence to work with those kind of people than even people that you might find yourself around every single day. I have many musical friends. Once you've been in the field, it just seems to happen that way. But we all have our own drive and different intentions. So their drive it's to go their way, and my drive is to go. So when I find somebody to work with that has that same kind of focus, that's what our artists really strive for. So at the moment, I'm in Amsterdam. I'm in Jamaican studio recording a few tracks. Producer Tyreek, and we also have Stefan from Germany, who made some beautiful rhythm for me, which I'm working on at the moment. It should be coming out on my latest LP. And so far, the tracks, everything I'm doing, I'm extremely pleased. So I can't say if music is it's a worldly thing. So I don't think there's a limit of where I should go, really. If I'm gonna get the best, if it was supposed to be Africa, I would be there. If it would be Jamaica, I'd be there. And hopefully that's the way it continue. I just want to work with great people who have the same drive as me, Then you get the total satisfaction of your work as well. Well, I use the concept worldly because the world, I'd say the world is mine, but the world is ours. In the concept of thinking worldly is the same concept of having that kind of mindset of having no limitations. Because the world is, they say the sky is the limit, but that's the limit that people put on the sky. It really has. So I look on music beyond that. Beyond that, it's certainly, when I hear music and hear what musicians do and the heights they reach and the creative power, I know it has no limit. You might have a mindset that limits you, but I don't want to have a mindset that limits my music ability. That's why I think in that sense of worldliness is a wider span of way of thinking. It's like each song I get is like a gift. They come through inspiration, and all of a sudden a window just open and you're just blessed with this gift. Is like I never leave my pen and paper. I travel with it like my breath, because I never know when that inspiration is gonna come. And as soon as I could be walking down the road, I'm actually walking and I'm writing, because the inspiration is in that moment, and I can't afford to lose it in that moment, because I know you might get back some of it, but it won't ever be the same. So in the moment of when you get that special blessing, it's like a Christmas day. You get all your presents, so you have to grab it with everything you can. So in the sense of my writing, I would say it almost doesn't belong to me, if you see what I'm saying. It's like it's something that's given to me. I remember I named my daughter was born, I named her Kaya. And when my son was born, I was puzzling over a name to give my son, but my daughter came up with a name for my son, which is also a blessing. It's like, I remember me and my empress was discussing different names. What I say, she wouldn't agree. What she would say, I wouldn't agree. And my daughter went, she got up one morning and she said to us, "Oh, Daddy, Mama, I got a name for my brother." And she said, "Oh, he should be named Mayan." So and Mom said, "Where did you get that name from, Kaya?" She said, "Oh, God told me. I had it in my sleep." And the thoughts, they stay with you, and all of a sudden it's just like, you just click like magic, bam. I have to also give thanks for all the support I had. I had many supports, but I also had many ups and many downs. That's why I like to say to all the musicians coming up to keep their faith, never give up on your journey, because and have like the strong belief I have in the things I do. I mean, it might, you're not gonna have critics, you're gonna have bad critics, you're gonna have good critics, and you have to be able to know to handle both of them. And being on the journey, I've had, many great supports. I'm still getting lots of great support, and you will need this support because it does help you, give you courage. Like I've been put down also, where I have to get back up again. But the main person to actually give you that courage is yourself. You have to find yourself deep within and know why you're doing what you're doing. When you have a gift, it's like a force of nature in itself, and it has a desire to live. That's what I'm basically trying to do, is make my gift live, give it life. Thanks to all my family, friends, that giving me all the courage I need. Every now and again they say, "Rio, wow, dude, keep it up, you're getting there." I might not be, always as grateful as I should, and sometimes I might be a bit difficult also to deal with, because I think I'm quite complex, even though that's something that's hard to admit to, and it might be a bit hard for some people to understand in the moment. But as musicians, that's how we are. We kind of have creative people we live in a different dimension, so it's hard for some people to understand why we are the way we are, and some people do. It takes a while for them, and I give thanks for the patience that people have in me and still never give up on me. It means a lot, because with them I carry all my success. Hopefully we share together. And it's not really, as you know, this thing, you could never do it on your own, because I could go in a room and close it and sing to myself, but really I think music is not just for me, it's for all of us, Thank you to all.